Last but not least, right? There was a incident happening in the opening day Yankee Stadium. There's a family. The two of them were wearing Mets with Soto on the back of their jersey, and the fans, Yankee fans, they're wild. They got mad. They got mad and they said, "Yo, what the heck?" They didn't see the audio, officially audio, what they actually were saying, but they see the video. They're walking out, escorted from the Yankee, stadium staff, and they were actually getting kicked out of the game. And I came to Peter and I said, "Hey, yo, what the heck is this?" And Peter like, "Oh no." So he had a different opinion. And my opinion is, if I pay for the ticket, I don't think there should be like a restriction of what I'm going to wear. If I want to wear, another team. I know there's people I know they're hurt because Soto went from Yankee to Mets. I know everything, all that. I understand. But I think if I want to wear a jersey, whatever, and the family were half Yankees and probably half Mets fans. So there's been family that want, my wife, she's a Mets. I'm a Yankee. I'm Boston. They have a mix, and that's good. That's great because at the end of the day, it's a fun sport. So you go in a stadium, you wear your team, support your team. I'm going to support my team. But even though the Mets were not playing the Yankees, it was Milwaukee, the Brewers. But that would be my opinion. I think if I pay my ticket, they should leave me the F alone, and I can, without being disrespectful, I just watch the game and whatever. Now, they were disrespectful. If they were the one who started it, I didn't know. All I know is I saw the video. They were walking out, and people were like, and there was a lot of things were going around that. So Peter, you take it from here. Let me know what you think.
Who started it? How do you go to a Yankee game wearing a Mets jersey? I mean, come on, you just insulting those fans.
But
so you're going to get insult back. Like, you don't go to like a Boston game with a Yankees jersey when the Yankees not even playing. You're going to get like,
but
because that's like an insult.
That's an insult. But there's a dressing code. I don't think there's a dressing code.
No, there's not a dressing code.
Right.
I mean, it's like freedom of speech, but I cannot tell you like offend you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's how those Yankee fans how they felt. Like those guys going with a Met jersey for a Yankee game when the Met they're not even playing there. Wait until the Yankees play the Met and they wear and take it. But I don't think that's right. Like, you don't go like that's disrespectful to the fan. Like, there is like a double behind that. Like. Yeah, you say like, they're not wearing just to wear. They go there to insult those fans.
Maybe, like I say, maybe. Now, I think you got a good point. I like it. I like Peter's point of view.
I mean, that's the right point.
But I think if I see somebody walking, I don't know. I just me. If I go to Rex, I'm a Boston fan. We're a Boston fan, Rexos fan. If we go to a Rexos game, and even though they're not playing the Yankees, and you got somebody dressed up as a Yankee, I don't give a shit. You can wear whatever.
Shit out of that guy.
I don't care, bro. We're here to enjoy the game. As long as you're enjoying the game, you're not being disrespectful. I don't give a shit. But there's some hardcore. Have you ever had the experience that you were something that in a wrong city or? That's what I'm trying to get in there, bro. Like you were something that you're not supposed inappropriate, and people are like saying shit about.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Never.
You want to share your experience, sir?
We went. Well, let me tell you. That happened to me, and it happened by accident.
It was an accident.
It was a couple of years back. Me and Danny, we went to Boston to watch a game there. We got invited to watch a game there in the Yankees against the Red Sox. And we so excited. It was only for a couple of days. And the game was awesome, everything nice. But I had, I bought LeBron, when LeBron went to the Lakers, I bought a t-shirt.
Laker t-shirt, yeah.
Laker t-shirt. And I'm not a Laker fan, or not even LeBron. It's just the color, the yellow with the purple. And it was a lot on the news, so I saw it. And I think
it was eye-catching. You I like this shirt, I buy it, I put it on.
I think it was a discount, 30% off. I said, I bought it.
I'll take it.
And it looked good on me. I feel like it looked good on me. So I take it with me, and I put it on Boston City. So we went out to...
You already know.
I remember it was the last night we were spending there, so I told Danny, hey, let's go eat in this pizzeria. There was a
Regina Pizzeria.
Regina Pizzeria.
One
They were
client
telling
recommended
me, say, oh, if you go to Boston, you gotta try that pizza, the best in Boston. So I said, okay. I put in my Google map. We go there. When I jump in the Uber, the guy turned around and he's like, oh, what's the name of that female perfume?
What?
And I was like, what are you talking about? You know, like, I'm lost. And then he's like, oh, no, nothing. Like he, because he was saying, like, joking around, but I didn't get the joke.
We didn't get the joke.
I don't know what was happening. So he didn't want to continue because, you know, I started beating him up there. It was 2 against 1.
So he's like, let me quiet down.
So let me quiet down, do my job. And so he's like, no, nothing. My mistake. Yeah, sorry. And that's it. He takes us to a pizzeria. We in the line, and I see people looking at me. And, you know, staring at me. I'm like, I look good, but, you know, like, not so good.
I have to keep staring at me.
You know, all those guys and women looking at me like weird. And then they look at me and say, oh, nice shirt. I was like, oh, thanks. And me, I was ignorant. I didn't know what's going on. Until I sit down, eating the pizza, and I'm thinking, like, there's something going on.
Well, they sit us next to the trash can too.
Yeah, next to the trash.
So the pizza were actually coming out from the big rectangular thing from the
and
kitchen.
When they throw the garbage, so that everybody eating pizza, we were sitting next to it. So we see the people throwing the plate next to us. And I was like, man, you know, like, there's something going on here. Kashi, like, we've been, like, pushed out, like. And I take my phone out, and I Google the big rivalry in basketball. And the first thing come out, Lakers and Celtics. I was like, oh my God.
All I know, it was like, Peter was like, hey, Danny,
we gotta go.
Let's go. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. We were supposed to walk back to the hotel.
Yeah, because,
you know, to enjoy the last night of the city, you know, first time in Boston, we've never been, so it was kind of great. You know, the weather was great.
The weather was nice.
And you lied. And Peter's like, no, we're going to pick an over right now, and we get the hell out of here. I'm like, what? So when he got to the hotel, he's like, you know why they were doing all this? Check this out. And show me the phone, and let's see, like, Lakers versus Celtics. I'm like, no way, bro. You're wearing a Lakers shirt.
I was like crazy how the.
But you know, it was an accident.
It was an accident.
You didn't know.
We're not even in a game.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like even walking outside. That was insane. Until this day, I haven't worn that shirt again.
So you like, I'm going hanging out.
That's it. I never wore that shirt.
I would have done the same.
I hate LeBron, Lakers,
everything. Yeah, there's.
By the way, who is better, LeBron or Jordan?
Well, that's an interesting topic, and thank you that you're asking it right now. We're actually going to have an episode with another gentleman. We're not going to say the name because he want to go on the cover, and we're going to talk about why or who's better, LeBron or Jordan, and this will be the final debate. Like, after that episode, there shouldn't be no more talking who's better, Jordan or LeBron, because we're going to give everything that we got, and he's going to bring everything that he got, and of course, it's going to be a battling here. So make sure you subscribe and notification on. That way when we actually drop that video up, you will watch it, be the first one to watch it. And you can also be in the fight too and comment what you think and what we missed too also. That was a good point.
And then to finish that story in Boston, what happened in Boston, we get to a hotel, I take the shirt off, and I was like, oh my God, it ruined my night. You know, it was like, not ruined my night, but it was like uncomfortable. So the next day we go into airport, I put a Jordan's t-shirt.
Sweater. It was a Jordan sweater.
It was a Jordan sweater?
I think it was a sweater, yeah.
Okay, it was a sweater.
Black sweater.
Black sweater.
Jordan logo.
With Jordan logo. When I get to the airport, there's a guy like, oh, what a nice shirt you got. And I go like, nah, you guys hate Jordan too?
You hate Jordan?
He's like, no, I like it. I was like, what?
They're very tough in those cities, man. They're very toxic.
Like here in Florida, you don't see that.
No.
Here in Florida, you can wear anything.
You chill. Yeah, I guess because everybody migrates to Florida, so they different state, different.
And they don't
teams.
care about the home team no more. Like they don't care about
they
the
don't care
Marlins.
Nah, they don't care Miami.
I think they care more about college. Like, actually, tonight Florida is playing.
Florida, you got any picks for tonight?
Florida.
We're not telling you guys to bet on this, but this is what we think of the bets. Who you got tonight? Florida all the way. I think Duke. They
either could win or lose.
Either or. So bet if win or lose. Is whatever you choose is 50-50. So you're good. We give you 50-50 chance. Which side?